Have you ever seen someone working quietly while everyone else is just enjoying life and wondered who is actually living better? Is it the one who enjoys today or the one who prepares for tomorrow? This is a simple story, but it might change the way you look at your own life. Once upon a time, a small ant was slowly walking along a forest path, carrying a large piece of bread on her back. The path was long, the load was heavy, but she kept moving forward step by step without stopping. Not far from her, a cheerful green grasshopper was jumping playfully from one leaf to another. He was humming happily, enjoying the cool breeze, completely carefree. As he moved around, he noticed the ant below, struggling with her heavy load. Curious, he hopped down beside her and watched for a moment before speaking. "I see you every single day," he said with a laugh. "Sometimes you're collecting grains, sometimes building your tiny home. And now look at you, carrying something even bigger than yourself." He stretched comfortably on a nearby rock, smiling. "Is this how you want to spend your whole life? Working all the time? I've never seen you relax. Never seen you enjoy anything. Life isn't meant to be this hard. Why don't you just slow down and have some fun?" The ant paused for a moment. She gently placed the piece of bread on the ground, took a breath, and looked at him calmly. "I am preparing," she said softly. "The rainy season will come, and after that, the long winter. Right now, I have time to work, to gather food, and to make my home strong. If I work hard for just a few months, I can live peacefully for the rest of the year without worry." The grasshopper laughed loudly, flipping a blade of grass in the air like a toy. "You think too much about the future," he said carelessly. "Who even knows what tomorrow will bring? What if none of this matters? Why not enjoy today instead of worrying about what might happen later? Life is happening right now, and you're missing it." The ant didn't argue. She simply picked up the bread again and continued walking quietly toward her home. Days passed, then weeks. The ant worked every single day. She gathered food, strengthened her home, and prepared for what was coming. She stayed focused, even when the weather was pleasant and the forest looked inviting. And then the seasons changed. Dark clouds filled the sky. Thunder roared across the forest. Heavy rain began to fall, turning the ground wet and cold. But inside her small home, the ant was safe. Everything she had worked for was now protecting her. Her home was strong. It was warm and dry. Around her were neatly stored jars of food. She sat peacefully, without fear, ready to face the storm. But the grasshopper, he had nowhere to go. The leaves he once danced on were soaked with rain. The ground was muddy and slippery. The cold wind made his body shiver, and he could barely move. There was no food, no shelter, no place to rest. For the first time, the joy he once felt was gone. Tired, hungry, and completely helpless, he slowly made his way through the rain until he reached the ant's home. With hesitation, he knocked. The door opened. The ant stood there, calm and kind. Without saying a word, she welcomed him inside. As the grasshopper stepped in, he was amazed. The home was warm, dry, peaceful. Everything was organized. Food was carefully stored, enough to last for a long time. There was no fear here, no struggle, only comfort. He looked around quietly, his head lowering with shame. For the first time, he understood. Dear friends, we all want to enjoy life. And yes, we should. But this story reminds us of something important. The effort you put in today becomes your protection tomorrow. The time you invest now becomes your peace later. Whether you are just starting over, or still figuring things out, it is never too early and never too late to prepare for a better future. Even the smallest step you take today can build strength, security, and freedom for tomorrow. So ask yourself honestly, Do you want a little comfort now or a life of peace later? Because the choice you make today is quietly shaping your tomorrow.